What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. You guys know I love to just tease you guys with some of the new things we have going on, some of the new fish we're picking up. Well, today it is all about one ferocious type of predator. Alright, so before we get started, I just wanted to hit upon a fact. You guys see this 2200? It has a solid black background now. That is new. You guys probably haven't seen it. I don't think my dad hit upon it in his last video. But you guys can now see the 2200 has a solid black background. Now I want to make that 750 uniform and hang a black sheet from that corner all the way over so you can't see that room's light on top of the tank. It would make that look so much better. So I'm going to take you around the other side and show you exactly what we did. All we did on the canopy up here, we actually hung a black sheet, actually two of them, and they now hang down as a backdrop, and they are backgrounds for both the top and the bottom tank. So that is pretty neat. It definitely adds a little bit of flavor to the quarantine over here. Everything's looking great. But I did tease you guys in one of the last videos about I would be picking up some new fish for a certain tank. And that tank may or may not be out here. So you guys know, let me turn on some lights real quick. Let's go, bam. Over there we have the bass tank. And there's 3 lonely bass in there. So yes, we did get the new bass. Let's go take a look at these puppies. They are so beautiful. These are 20-inch Panama peacock bass. Look at those guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Now they are still getting their color back. Usually they have them spangles are bright gold. Right around their spots are a little bit more colored up. They usually have a yellow sheen to them with blue top fins. They're still very attractive bass, but they are just now starting to settle in. I haven't even got these guys to eat yet, but they are in this 650 because it's one of the last tanks on the line. So if I had to treat it, I went ahead and treated just this 650 over here because we have a bunch of fish coming in quarantine that I didn't want to mix these guys with. So we got to do what we have to do while I'm still waiting to set that 450 up. You guys know it is coming. It'll be done very, very soon. But these bass are very gorgeous. So let's take a look at some of the other bass that we actually have. Tremence's bass, he's a 30-inch big boy. He eats pretty much every night. I try and feed him so he stays not nice and thick. But he could not go in the bass tank, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to the bass tank and show you the inhabitants over there. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about, guys. So in here you can see, I did tell you guys about the breeding behavior with the bass, how they get that hump on their head. There goes that Pseudacanthus serratus, the largest of the black dragon cactus plecos we have. Here goes a cowberry down here. And of course the blue azul, which came from Matt's Monster Fish. So these guys will be joined by their new bass friends. And who knows, we might have a couple more coming in the next few days. But look at that gorgeous blue finish on this azul. You can see just how fat he is. This guy eats like a tank. So does that guy. This one is a little bit more skittish. He still eats good. He's got amazing color. He's starting to get that hump on his head. So like I said, that's due to the natural habitat, and that's sort of a breeding behavior. You can see how fired up his color is. That only happens during breeding time. Just looks like a fluorescent lime green, and usually peacock bass aren't this color. But like I said, it's all to do with your water quality, the food you feed them, and giving them a tank that they are comfortable in. So I tried molding this to look like the bottom of a river, because you know, peacock bass come from South America down in the river. So tried giving them something that they would appreciate. This is a 1,000-gallon aquarium. It is 8 foot long, 4 foot from front to back, and 4 foot tall. So you do the calculation on that, that comes out to 1,000 gallons. So it will be home to a bunch of bass once again, and we can start showing off this tank again, because I've been so just down about this tank, because, you know, we took some bass out, we had to move them, we couldn't put the big Temensis in here because that would just be too small for him. It would be sad. I couldn't do that to that poor fish, so he's gonna stay in the 3,000 for now, and who knows, maybe one day he'll go in the pond, but for now he looks too great in the 3,000. He's doing too good. So that brings me to a point. If you have a fish that is doing exceptionally well, do not move that fish, because every time you move the fish, you always risk the chance of something going wrong. Oh, you're flaring out your neck. You don't like that right now, huh? So back to what I was saying, you always run the potential of losing a fish once you move them, because there's new attitudes, new parameters, things that you just don't always think of. So you always run that chance of losing one of your favorite fish. So if a fish is doing well, I try not to move them whatsoever. All right, so now we're gonna talk about another idea which I think is gonna be awesome. You guys remember this Frontosa tank? Yes, it looks good, all these beautiful Frontosa all over this tank. But came up with another idea. What if we took that sand waterfall and we actually put it in the center of this tank? We kind of glued it to the back, and then we put white sand in it, and then we took these rock structures and we built up, you know, structures on each side and make this look like an underwater temple, more so than it already does, because this tank kind of has like an Aztec theme to it, and we want to do something and spice it up a little bit, give these guys some more hides, and I think that would be pretty awesome. We also have an idea for this tank. My dad, you know what? We're just going to tell you guys. It is getting dark right now, but we have an idea that my dad wants to sink it down in the middle of the monster pond and actually use it as a chamber to go down and look inside the pond. That could be awesome, you know, maybe build a bridge over the center. Or who knows, maybe we'll flip this thing upside down and we'll have it in the shallow end right there, upside down, filled with water, and the fish can actually swim up inside of it. Those are two very, very awesome ideas that I think would fit very well around here. Because you know what? We always do things above and beyond. So let's go ahead and take it to the next level. Now what this would allow us to do is move this Matt's Monster fish tank down and meet up with this 700 right here. Then I was thinking about turning this into a native species tank. That is not 100%. We are still throwing around ideas, as I still have the idea of doing the goonch tank. But like I said, the goonch is doing so well in that 650. He's eating every time I feed him in there. They're doing so well, so I really don't want to move him right now. So I want him to pack on some size. And look at that fish. Beautiful. All right, so like I said, I want him to pack on some size before we go ahead and move him and dress him out. And who knows, we might not be able to hand feed him in this tank, or he might go on strike and not eat for 3 months. And before we call it a night, I just wanted to give a little update on these Discus. Their plants are doing all so well. These Discus are eating like it's their day job. They're actually dispersing around in the tank pretty nicely, but the plants started getting so overgrown, we actually started moving some over. We had a bunch of Anubias in here, added these in. But the main reason I wanted to come over here is give you guys an update on the Dorado. You guys can see all his wounds are healed up. He is eating like a tank again, so pretty soon we'll be able to bump him up to, I think, the 1,000-gallon aquarium right over here. Which there's actually going to be some new fish getting added into this tank as well. But like I say in almost every video, you guys are going to have to stay tuned and figure out what that might be. But I can't wait to get all them bass in the same tank and watch the feeding frenzy that occurs, because these guys are ferocious predators that anybody can have in their home aquarium. Some of them get large, some of them stay around 2 foot, but you guys got a very attractive fish. We have 3 of them here. Can't wait to watch you guys go in that bass tank. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.